All right, let's see what else is going on. And pro-Western Prime Minister of Moldova, Natalia, resigns. Government collapse amid series of crises in the nation that borders Ukraine. Well, that's unfortunate. Uh, Complete guide to ordinals, aka Bitcoin NFTs. How to find checks in the new emerging NFT meta. 60K forum posts. Some addresses accumulating RPL and LDL. MakerDAO Spark Protocol explanation. Real world assets to be the next hyped narrative. Let's check out that link. Whoops. All right, let's see here. Oh, we don't have a story on that. It's just a. I gotta do better, Twitter. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we'll scroll through this real quick. All right, we'll be covering RWAs, traction soon, real world assets. All right, so RWAs acronym means real world assets. All right, check. Effectively, physical assets that can be tokenized and represented on chain. It's weird. I'm pretty sure every exchange that did that got in serious trouble. Now it's being talked about by Chainlink. Hmm. Must know something that we don't, being that there will be the oracle that is most likely pulling in real world data to be on chain. Said the latest threat RWA narrative may soon gain traction due to similarity in real yield narrative and its real world use case. Okay. Real world assets and actual use case have the same energy as real world yield. Crypto AI, anything AI related now is a money grab, but it's, yeah, we just said that. Looking to be the next metaverse play and piggybacking off the hype. All right. Provides farmers with the opportunity to raise funds from DeFi in exchange for regular crop share payments. X tokens are tokenized exposure to the crop share of farmland commodities. X tokens produce yields in C token commodity tokens. C tokens can be exchanged via the platform. Market value 1 kg of product wheat, soy cream. All right. So is this a token or is this just a protocol? What are we looking at here? If you're interested in this stuff, you can find Wrecked Fencer um, on Twitter and go more into it. It looks like he has some interesting, interesting information put together for it. All right, private credit, RWA, real world assets, XYZ. Uh, what are we looking at here? Loan count, total loans value, active loans value, average interest rate, protocol. Mm, Trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. Yield, maturity by protocol. Compare KPIs across major upcoming RWA protocols. TrueFi, Goldfinch. Oh, Woo Network's on there. Interesting. Alright, well, it has traction now to me. I mean, if Woo Network's on there, then it must be legit. That is interesting. All right. So we did look into that a little bit. I will share that information with our research team, and they will look more into it. And maybe we can have some more information on that later down the road. Thoughts on E2L2 gambling coin? What is this? Well, I mean, we're open everything now. Super Bowl. Oh, who was playing in the Super Bowl? It's the Kansas City and the Eagles, I believe. Who do you think's gonna win? Who's gonna win the Super Bowl? Let me know in the comments below if you think the Eagles are gonna win. Personally, I say the Eagles. You know, I'm up in Jacksonville, Florida, North Florida right now. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars here. I could say I've never been to one of their games, but I say, and mark this, not next year, not 2024, but 2025, they'll win the Super Bowl. All right? Use this video as proof. 2025, Jacksonville Jaguars in the Super Bowl, winning it. We'll see how that plays out. All right, let's see. Let's go into what's actually happening on Twitter. And if you could follow us on Twitter, you follow us at TalkinOmics on Twitter. We try to keep you up to date with everything. Oh, that didn't mean for that to pop up there, but cheers. All right, well, that's probably gonna get me in trouble. I didn't mean it. YouTube overlords. I only clicked on Twitter and it popped up. Don't get mad at me. All right, let's go ahead and let's slow down this music. I got this music blaring in my headphones. Let's see. I think we'll look into what Gary Gensler is saying here in just a second. Let me turn down this so we can listen to what Gary's saying.
1% returns, and the problem was.
Chair Gensler, it's great to see you this morning. There's a phrase online where they say, "Tell it to me like I'm 5." So for those who are uninitiated into what happened here, tell it to me like I'm 5. What was Kraken doing, and what was the problem that you were trying to solve?
Andrew, what Kraken was doing was asking the American public for their coins, crypto tokens, and saying, I'll give you a return, 4% to 21% returns. And the problem was they were not disclosing to the investing public the risk that the investing public was entering into. And we have a basic bargain in the United States since the 1930s. You can take whatever risks you want. Companies like Kraken can offer investment contracts and investment schemes, but they have to have full, fair, and truthful disclosure. And this puts the investors who watch your program in a better position. That's our basic bargain. They were not complying with that basic law.
So how does this, though, differ, for example, from some of the other firms out there, including Coinbase, who offer yield products?
Whether you call it, the labels don't matter. Long ago, Supreme Court Justice Marshall said this so eloquently. It's not about the labels, it's about the underlying economics. And this really should put everyone on notice in this marketplace, whether you call it lend, whether you call it earn, whether you call it yield, whether you offer what's called an annual percentage yield, APY, that doesn't matter. If somebody's taking their tokens and transferring it to that platform, the platform controls it. And guess what happens if they go bankrupt? You stand in line at the bankruptcy court. There's a saying in crypto that says, not your keys, not your coins. So those other platforms should take note of this and seek to come into compliance, do the proper disclosures and registration and the like.
Okay, so but here's one of the big issues, as I think you know, which is this staking service is going to no longer be available to customers in the U.S. But interestingly, they're going to still offer the same product internationally, abroad, outside of the United States. And so it raises this larger policy question as to whether crypto, these types of products just move offshore. Maybe that's what you want, and that's a good thing. But then whether what you do about the American citizenry who's then using VPNs and all sorts of other things to skirt around what's happening here.
Look, we're technology neutral at the SEC, but we're clearly very focused on investor protection. 330 million Americans are our clients. These firms, Kraken knew how to register, others know how to register. It's just a form on our website. They can come in, talk to our talented people in disclosure review teams. And if they want to offer staking, we're neutral. Come in, register, because investors need that disclosure. What are you doing with the tokens? Are you trading against the tokens? Are you borrowing against the token? Are you using them for your own purposes? And we've seen this in the crypto field. So investors not only need that disclosure, but it's the law.
Interesting. So it doesn't sound like staking is getting banned. I mean, it might in the short term, but in the longer term, it sounds like there's just needing the Truth in Lending Disclosures Act, the TILA agreement, Truth in Lending Act. The CFPB is the Consumer Protection Bureau, and you gotta have know your RESPAs and your TILAs and your go back way back on my acronyms, but definitely something to note that maybe staking yield is not completely over for CFI individuals, because how would banking actors and large institutions make money when they move into the staking game? Now, maybe, and call me crazy, but maybe this is the perfect setup for banks to start moving into crypto. So they're like, hey, well, you can offer staking, but you have to hold this much in liquid assets, or this much in capital, or you have to been registered for the past 20 years before crypto exchanges were around to be able to offer staking. And that lines it up perfectly for banks to be able to move in and get the upper hand on what's going on. So I really think that might be what's happening in the back, where they're trying to line things up for the banks because they love controlling the banks and over regulating them and making sure that disclosure. I don't know if any of you ever called on your credit card, but there are so ridiculous. They're like, hey, just so you know, the rates I disclosed to you are our annual percentage yield. Or like there's just these recordings that you have to listen to, and it's nauseating. And half the time, people don't even know what they're listening to. Most of the U.S. has little to no financial literacy education.
Chair Gensler, it's great to see you this morning.
Yeah, we're on that again.
There's a phrase.
And Gary popped back up again. But our goal on this channel is to teach financial literacy through different channels. If you're a hands-on learner, we have programs for you. If you are into visual audio, we also have programs for you as well. It looks like that is the laser beam that was shot out there. Just what I can't believe that's even on there. I'm sorry that I had to share that. It is just I am just scrolling on Twitter. Please don't be mad at me. Let's see. How long is this video? All the banks are broke because the fractional reserve banking means that banks can lend money they don't have. It's a criminal scandal.
Well, Commissioner Scotland, they're all broke. And why are they broke? It isn't me. They're
Yeah, we know that. Let's see. We'll go into some AI coins here. Track. Alley. TAO. So I will drop this link in the chat if anybody wants a link to the AIs that are within here. Oops, I gotta log in. Drop it there on YouTube. So if you make your way over to YouTube, you will be able to get that link and see some of the things that I'm looking at here. Some of these other AI plays. I think the AI play is still has some juice in it. I actually have a couple good picks that I'll be going over in some future videos this coming week. We'll go over some different AI use cases and different AI blockchains as well. Give that a like. That's always appreciated. All right. That's funny. They just found an error in the Bitcoin logo, the original Bitcoin logo. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let me share with you. That just launched That's funny. I like that. Let's see if there's anything else going on in the world today. Hmm. If anybody has some other articles they want us to cover that they like within the crypto industry, send them our way. We'll try to add them to our daily crypto rundown of topics that we cover. I am going to be doing this every day. So you have a video in the morning when you wake up. You'll be all caught up with all the news and everything for all events. So that is going to be it for the news. Let's go ahead and move on to the charts here and take a look at what's forming on the Bitcoin and crypto charts. All right. So we had a short in earlier today, and for some reason we closed it because we got scared. Because I don't know why, but wish we would have stayed in that trade. Let's take a look and move to the 15-minute here, and we'll go over a short time frame what we should be expecting. All right. So definitely have. Makes me very sad to see this perfect formation too. We have a red dot forming on our 15-minute chart. We had a diamond followed by a red X on our 15-minute chart as well. Slight downward action. We do have this hidden momentum indicator here. In my hidden momentum indicator, we have these highlighted areas. Thanks, Lawrence, for the likes. We appreciate you. And in these highlighted areas, you can see these bars way outside the highlighted areas. This highlighted area within here acts as where the relative volume index should be. And when it's outside of there, they acts as like a rubber band trying to snap it back. And like you saw, it just formed another one, and you'll see it constantly shorten down and fall within that highlighted area. So the shorts probably coming to an end here shortly. Let's take a look here. Any formations that are popping up? It looks like this weekend we'll have relatively low volume happening. I say that because of the size of the momentum waves that are happening down here. The money wave, though, on our 15-minute is slowly decreasing, which makes me nervous. It might be slowly switching to red. People pulling out profits from the small run up that we've had over the last couple weeks. And always pull profits. This green line is our value area low, and this red line is our value area high, and this purple line is our area of control, meaning that we'll probably flex in between these for a little bit. And when we break out, will it break up or will break down? Let's see if we can figure out what direction that's going to go. And we will be adding trading to our daily rundown. So if you're interested in learning how to trade and want to become a profitable trader, I will do trades with you live on stream. You won't find any other YouTubers that will do live on stream trading with you besides my close friends that are major crypto names like BitBoy Crypto or CryptoFace. They are masters at their craft, and there are a lot of these indicators are from them as well. And we can go over those if anyone has any questions on what to look for, different setups, and I can help you get squared away here. Let's go ahead and move along to the daily chart. All right, daily chart makes me a little nervous. These sell and buy signals I program myself, and they're fairly spot on. You can back test them a little bit, and they do pretty well. Now, with that being said, I have a sell signal that just kicked on a couple days ago. Makes me pretty nervous. Overall, and what I'm hopeful for overall is I have this blue momentum wave down here. You see it starting to form. I'm hoping that we complete a bottom to that momentum wave. We see a green dot, and we move back up and turn into a buy. Now, if that does not happen, you can prepare for us to retest 19,000 again. You can prepare for us to retest 18,000 again. Do I think we'll break into a new low? No. No, I don't. Do I think that we are at lows in the market? Yeah. Like Verizon stock is at a 5-year low. Is crypto considered a 5-year low right now? Let's see. Let's take a look here on the monthly chart. So is that 2017? We're in 2023. That's a 6-year difference. So let's see. Last time we were at 16,000 was in February of 21. So, okay, we're at a 2-year low. A 2-year low. Rest of the assets in normal markets are at 5-year lows. Maybe we have a little bit more give to go. Let's take a look at the DXY. So what the DXY is a dollar relative strength index. And what that means is as the dollar gains value, people move into the dollar. As the dollar loses value, people move into other assets like stocks and crypto. Let's take a look at that and see what that's doing. Well, I do like to see the sell signal on the dollar. That makes me feel good. And now this explains why we had that that small downturn in the market recently. We had all these buys happen in the DXY. Let's see. We're starting to see some falling in the dollar here. Let's shorten that chart to get a lot wider picture. So that is on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, we're going to move up on the dollar for let's see, we'll finish off this momentum wave down here. Let's see what else is going on. Lawrence says 18,800 in the next 18 months, BTC or 36,000. Next 18 months, where does that put us for the date? So that puts us 24. So that's August of 24. Oh, definitely above 36,000. 100%. So the halving takes place in April of 2024. And you'll start seeing the run up about 8 months prior to the halving. So you'll start to see us bottom, see run up, run up, run up. Some type of event normally happens right before the halving. Some crazy black swan event that causes the spring to be pressed down, some massive sell off of some sort, and then we skyrocket. And it might be, there's a lot of give and take that, the halving lines up with geopolitical events and their agenda of when they print new money into circulation. But it has perfect timing to maybe Satoshi had already realized that those things line up, and that's why he added the halving on those specific dates and times. So, that I lost my stomach for a day trading years ago, so I look a little longer time frame now. Yeah, we all make those mistakes. I mean, back in the market, I was back in the bull run, I was trading full Bitcoin at 100x leverage, like an idiot. You definitely learn how to manage risk properly after losing mass amounts of capital. And I will teach you everything that I learned from those mistakes, so you don't make those same mistakes, and we'll go over those together. Overall, let's take a look here at the DXY. At the daily time frame, it looks like our momentum is slowly starting to go down, which I like to see. We'll probably finish off this momentum wave here on the daily time frame, and we'll round off. Oops, where'd my marker go? We'll round this up. Why can't I have a marker? Oh, this is it. We'll round this off, most likely, come back down, and we'll see when we sling to the bottom again. So that puts us around the end of February and into March. Might have one of these. Maybe back up. Have cool down in April. And this is just, a fun little exercise. Those are our momentum waves, possibly, of what could potentially happen. When the momentum goes up, assets go down. When the momentum goes down, assets go up. Reverse correlation. So definitely something to keep your eye out on. The DXY, a really interesting tool, just to sort of test the markets and see what's going on with those. Let's go ahead and pull back up. We're for some reason our theta people. Our theta people are hype over here. Let's see, theta. They made you out of clay. All right, view. Hey, John P, thanks for the like. Appreciate you. And also thanks for the follow. Appreciate you as well. All right, let's take a look. Oh, also thanks for the donation, Baba Coach, 17 Theta Fuel. Appreciate it. All right. Is there any other cryptos anybody wants me to look into? Any other assets anybody wants me to take a look at? Oh, I have a scary video I guess we have to watch together.
What does stake have to do with our securities laws? That's S-T-A-K-E, not S-T-E-A-K. In the crypto markets, there are various ways to validate data stored on crypto ledgers called blockchains. And one of these ways is called staking. Investors lock up their tokens in escrow and help validate the next block of data. Some stakers are then rewarded with new tokens. Staking, though, can be complicated and time-consuming and can take big upfront commitments of tokens. There's also the risk that you won't get new tokens even if you stake. Thus, crypto entrepreneurs started offering what's called staking as a service. No, not like the steakhouse. Basically, if you transfer your tokens to a staking as a service provider, they take control, possibly pooling your tokens with thousands or millions of others while promoting returns. But here's the rub. When a company or platform offers you these kinds of returns, whether they call their services lending, earn, rewards, APY, or staking, that relationship should come with the protections of the federal securities laws. That means you, the investor, should receive important disclosures. For example, what do they actually do with your tokens? Are they really staking them? Are they lending, borrowing, or trading with them? Are they commingling them with their other businesses? Where do the rewards come from? Are you getting your fair share? Are the underlying crypto protocols genuinely creating value on your investment? Or are they just new tokens that dilute the value of ones you already have? Remember, if you have a stake, that's S-T-E-A-K, if you have a stake meant for two and cut it into 3 pieces, it's still the same amount of stake. Unfortunately, because these staking as a service providers generally are not providing proper disclosures, there's currently no reliable way as an investor to know the answers to these important investment questions. Plus, when you sign on the dotted line or accept the terms of service, you are generally agreeing that placing your tokens with these providers may mean transferring your ownership to them. There's an expression in crypto, not your keys, not your crypto. You see, you're basically an investor in their platform. If it goes under, and we've seen plenty of that recently, you end up in line in the bankruptcy court. That's why it's so important that these companies and platforms comply with the securities law. After all, the securities laws, regardless of what you think of stake or staking, they're good for investors.
Oh, Gary. Hopefully you don't keep screwing everyone.
What does stake have
Gary,
to do?
Not again, Gary. Not again. Can't do it twice, Gary. All right, copy. Let's share that with BitBoy. Let's see, maybe he'll cover it. Let's see. All right, looks like they ran out of gas on the middle of the road. Well, so it happens when you get 6 miles to the gallon. Pretty car though, very pretty, very pretty. Let's see. Anything else going on in the world today? I'll just leave that there for a second. While I grab my drink. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right. I don't know about you, but I'm actually stoked for that show. Um, the Velma looks like a freak. I'm just putting it out there. Velma is a freak. All right. I need to follow more people on Twitter. Actually, I need to get my Twitter game up. Let's take a look at this. Digital identity. Let's see, the Great Reset, technology allocation, smart cities, healthcare, telecommunications. I think what is it? Michigan and California are the only two states that allow you to have your driver's license on your phone. Half the people in the southern United States don't even know how to use a computer. I don't know why, but it's pretty scary. We need people to be much more technologically savvy in this world. I don't know if this clear phone thing is real, but it looks sort of cool. Skip over that video. I don't know. You can follow that. It's been interesting. All right. So we're going to wrap it up. And I really appreciate everyone taking the time to hang with us today. And we'll be on tomorrow, same time, so you can get your morning news update. And we really appreciate you taking the time to join us. If you have any questions, post them in the chat, and we will get to them first thing tomorrow. And it looks like Celsius has 4 days to resubmit the reorganization plan. Okay. Well, also, I don't know if you saw, but there was the ability to transfer your Voyager. If you have Voyager assets, you go within the claim section of Voyager and you transfer those assets to Binance.us, and you'll be able to start the withdrawal process of your Voyager assets. No one else is really talking about that. But if you are in the know, then now you know. Let's take a look here. Let's see what CryptoFace is saying. You were warned about BTC price. Yes, it will have its days, but of minor upward movement, but it will only go down further the next. Don't be fooled. The others delusion, illusion, confusion, prelusion, infusion. Now 12 hours has been bled into the foretold. Oh, well, that's scary. That is the individual that writes the code for some of the indicators we use. So that'll definitely make you think. But that is all. Appreciate you guys, and till next time.